the good life, full of fun.
Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. You guys want to know how to make awesome hollandaise sauce? I'm going to teach you a little recipe I have with just a little extra of a trick. Doesn't dilute the flavor, gives you a little Italian forget about it flavor, all right? So how do you do that? And this is going to be a short, brief video. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to start with some eggs, obviously. Most of the time, to make enough hollandaise sauce to maybe 2 to 4, depending on how much hollandaise sauce you're going to put on there, you're going to want to start with 3 egg yolks, but sometimes you might have to add 4 or 5. It really depends on the size of the yolk. So I always start with 3 to 4 yolks and then kind of get going and see where we're at. So let's say 4 egg yolks. You're going to start with, I don't like to add water. A lot of times what they'll talk about is adding water to the egg yolk when you start to mix it so it doesn't coagulate when you mix it. Great idea. I always like to add flavor, if you remember, and water dilutes flavor. So I add some chicken stock. So I add 1.5 tablespoons of chicken stock, and then I'm going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice, freshly squeezed lemon juice. And then you're going to go with 1 stick of unsalted butter, and then you're going to use some of your own salt and your own pepper, right? And you'll bring it to taste. If you don't have any unsalted butter, and you add salted butter, just obviously don't add any salt and taste it before you decide to add any salt. And that's it. So we're going to mix this. This is such a great sauce, certainly for like an Eggs Benedict, which is traditionally used for, but you can use it for so many different side dishes. It goes so well with eggs, but it also goes great with asparagus and spinach and so many other flavors. We're making today an Eggs Benedict, which is going to be absolutely out of this world. We're gonna make some cream spinach with Asiago and mascarpone cheese. With that, we're going to add pancetta rather than ham. We're going to add ciabatta bread. It's going to be absolutely delicious. So make sure you check out that video. And guys, don't forget to check out our videos, if you will, on olive oil. You can get it right on our Facebook. You can grab it right on our website. You can grab it right on the Amazon.com. Vito and Joe's extra virgin Italian olive oil. It comes right from Puglia region, right from our farm or surrounding farms. Absolutely delicious. Best oil, best extra virgin olive oil, I will tell you, on the planet comes from Puglia region. Because it's a heartier, more earthy flavor of oil. So let's have some fun. Let's show you how to make some hollandaise sauce. It's going to be absolutely delicious. And then, like I said, if you guys want to have fun, something to put it on, watch one of our other videos. It's going to be absolutely delicious. Talk to you guys in a minute. All right, guys, so here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that butter with a little bit, maybe 2 tablespoons of that bacon fat, right? Or pancetta fat, okay? And I've got that going in there. That's absolutely perfect. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let that melt, okay? Now we're going to want hot butter. We're going to want hot butter to add to the eggs, okay? And making hollandaise sauce is so beautiful. It's so simple. I'm going to grab one of my spatulas. So I've got my 3 egg yolks, and I'm going to add those to my mixer, okay? I've got a whisk in there because I want to add a lot of air to my eggs, okay? And this is going to be nice and easy and beautiful. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so there's my 3 egg yolks, okay? Now I'm gonna lower this in there. I've got my butter going, just nice and gentle, right? And again, I'm gonna want the butter. Some people use clarified butter. I'm not saying that's a bad idea, because butter is gonna be predominantly fat, but it's also got milk solids in there, and it also has a lot of moisture in there. So sometimes people want to get rid of all that. I'm not worried about that. Hollandaise sauce you're adding liquid anyway. So, all right. So I'm going to get this going, and I'm just going to cream it. And literally, it's going to take moments to do this. Okay. I've got this. I just creamed them. See how nice and creamy they are? All right. So that's just the yolk. So I'm going to pop this back in there. Okay. Now I'm going to put this back down, and then I've got my butter going. So I'm just letting my butter melt. Now I'm going to want my butter nice and hot when I slowly add it to the hollandaise sauce. Okay. Now I'm going to turn this back on, okay, and I'm going to do my 2 things. I'm going to add my lemon and my chicken stock. So there's my chicken stock, and then I'm going to add my lemon. And I'm going to crank this, and then that's going to really start to whip it up, okay? All right, guys, can you see in there, see how nice and creamy and whipped that is? It's exactly what we want, okay? So that's just the eggs, the chicken stock, okay? And then I'm going to add a little bit of pepper, just a bit, not a lot, right? Because you don't want to overpower. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, okay? Now my butter is hot. See how hot that is? And see how it's bubbling? Now remember, steam is over 200, so as long as you're over 200 degrees, you're perfect, okay? And then I'm going to turn this on, and now remember, this is hot now. So while that's hot, and while that's beating, you don't want to do it at a still. So while that's mixing at a higher speed, while it's still, I'm going to add my butter, which is hot, okay? And I don't want to add it all at once, because if I add it all at once, it'll cook the egg. I don't want to cook the egg, right? I'm just going to add it nice and slow. And this is really hot butter. It's going to give you something rich and velvety and delicious. Oh my God, this is just absolutely beautiful. You can see how the milk solid, see how that white that starts to come up? That's your milk solid, which is totally fine. So as I'm putting it in there, this is mixing and creaming up, absolutely beautiful. And the goal of mixing it and beating it while you're doing it is, what's happening, you're preventing anything from solidifying while you're adding it, and you're cooking the egg with the hot butter. This is just beautiful. This is one of those essential sauces you got to learn to make, because it can be used in so many different ways, and there's a few ways you can actually spice it up to add to other things, which is absolutely delicious. So I'm going to just keep adding it nice and slow, making a little bit of a mess, not too bad. And then once I get it all incorporated, I'm going to give it one last final whip at a high speed. And boy, it looks absolutely beautiful. So it's nice and creamy and light. So I'm going to give it a crank. Do that for about 1.5 to 2 minutes. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so then I blended this here just for a few extra minutes, right? Oh my God, it's absolutely perfect. So I'm going to pull this off. And see how nice and creamy that is? Look at that, isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? So I'm gonna bring it right over here, pop this in the sink, and then we're gonna serve it right here in a dish. Look at that. Oh, that is beautiful. It's got just a couple flecks of pepper. It's gonna have a background hint of lemon. Nice and creamy with the butter. You basically cream the butter. So beautiful. And again, great with a Benedict, great with asparagus, great with spinach. Just one of those beautiful flavors. I cheated before my end. Oh, unbelievable. Guys, a Hollandaise sauce is a sauce, like I said earlier, that can be used in so many different ways. And you can add anything you want to it. So traditionally, if you want to add a little extra hot pepper flake or paprika, or you can add some other flavors to it. Like I said, we added just a hint, just a little background of that pancetta fat, just to give it a little extra flavor, because we're going to be adding that to the top of our eggs Benedict today. All right, so let's take a quick little taste of it here. Boy, that's good. Absolutely delicious. Creamy, eggy. It's got that lemon hint on the background. You can just taste a little bit of that pancetta fat. Absolutely delicious. Great compliment to, like I said, asparagus, spinach, or eggs Benedict, which we're making today. Guys, thanks for letting me share a really short, brief, fun, simple little video on how to make an excellent Hollandaise sauce. Thanks for letting me share my heritage, my traditions with you. Have some fun in the kitchen with your family. Until next week, mwah, bon appetit.
It's the good life.